personal opinion, I feel like I cannot attend a church that only talks about us, and not God, God, God. Like, what happens to the churches that talk about Bible, that actually give revelation, that actually give understanding of what Scripture actually means? I think this world is becoming too much of motivational speakers, and that's fine, right? It's fine to be a motivational speaker, but if you are a pastor, that is your title, why are you talking about God's going to elevate you? God's going to bring your husband or wife in. God's going to give you good finances. That's it? Can we, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we have enough of that, right? Like, when people call me a pastor, I don't like that because I'm not in that position. I don't post videos giving understanding of what Scripture actually means. I don't have videos to where I'm diving deep into Scripture, right? I look at myself as a motivational Christian. So if I'm attending church, I don't want to see another me. Like, no disrespect to myself, but I want to see somebody actually talking about Jesus and what he did and his time and what the Old Testament actually means, word for word. Like, I'm sick of seeing so many churches turn into this podcast of let's just express ourselves and what we go through. It's like, that's great and all, but you have to also talk about the God that healed us, the God that saved us. Like, I don't know. This is why it's so hard for me to find a church, because all these churches I see that people keep recommending, all they're talking about is them, telling them sow a seed so that you can get a blessing. Sow a seed so that I can get a blessing, so I'm not going to be blessed if I don't sow a seed. Talking about the pastor. Talking about the church, what they did. I did this instead of God did this. Just my opinion. I don't like how the churches are, what they're turning into nowadays. I feel like that needs to turn around. And I feel like God is really breaking down these churches. They're falling in front of our face. You can see it. These churches that are only talking about them, and what they did without including God in it. God is tearing that down.